Hello buddy, welcome back to another video. I'm Purple Elfin Gaming here, and today I'm playing some more Bloons Tower Defense 6. So I'm a little bit late to this update, like 2 or 3 days, I think. Update 32, Contested Territories, Engineer Paragon, new Adora skin, a map, and I think that's basically it. I'm sure there's some other stuff here. Well, let's see, what else does it say? Contested Territory, teams, right, I forgot there's like the monkey teams thing, kind of like a plan. I'll probably be setting one of those up for today, so that'll be cool. But yeah, so let's just get into this. So I am excited for this update. It's been a while since I've played Btd6 and uploaded in general. Sorry about that. Hopefully this update and stuff will be the start of me making some more videos, and I do definitely want to check this out. So let's take a look. Contested Territory honestly sounds really cool. If you don't know what this was actually in Monkey City originally, but I think a very different version of it from what it sounds. So yeah, I can read this if you want. I pretty much know what it is. Basically, it's like a team event. So you make your team, you gather with some people, and there's this like map with a bunch of different tiles, which are basically challenges, and you compete with other teams. I believe the teams have, how many people is it? Does it say? 15 people. So each team has 15 people. I believe there's 4 teams per map. So there's 45, no, not 45. There is 60 people max, I think. Is that correct? There might be 6 teams. I'm not entirely sure. I probably should have read that description. What I can get it back, can't I? Yes. How many people are there? There are, it does not say how many people there are there. Okay, so basically, idea is there's tiles, there's banner tiles, and then there's relic tiles. Banner tiles are harder but give more points. So at the end of, I think it's a week. Does it say specifically? How long does this last? Does it say here? No, it does not. I think it's roughly a week. All the points, ends in 6 days. So all the points are tallied, and whichever team has the most points wins. You get points for holding the tile, for each tile you hold. I believe banner tiles are more difficult challenges, I guess, but they give more points, and then relic tiles give you less points, but they give like a special monkey knowledge kind of boost for the entire team. There's a few other perks like that. Honestly, I kind of want to just get straight into this. Vote for which relics you like the most in the Team Trophy store, and then choose which specific relics you'll take into battle on the pre-game page. That actually sounds a lot like items from Bloons Adventure on Tower Defense. That sounds cool. Yeah, that sounds very cool. So first, I need to make a team / join a team. Let's see, can I create one? I can. Okay, so, okay, cool. So it costs 200 monkey money, that's not very much. Team, what should I call this? Purple Elephant Squad, let's see. What can I do? That is all caps. Sure, why not? Purple Elephant. That is spelled very wrong. Purple Elephant. Squad. Purple Elephant Squad. Purple Elephant Squad. Okay, that works. No, let's pick something else. Purple Elephant GM. Sure, that works. Anyways, there we go. Emblem. Okay, is there purple? There is sort of a purple, but it's hard to get, so we're gonna stick with blue. As far as the symbol, yeah, let's stick with the banana. It's basic, but it looks pretty cool. So that actually does look like there's a fair few of these. Not all that much, which is a little surprising, but I'm willing to bet there's going to be quite a few more in the future. Banner as well, lots of stuff, but don't really have anything yet. So let's just create the thing. Create team. So yeah, this is, I believe that's the team code. There you go. So if you guys want to join the team, definitely try to send an invite. I'm assuming is how it works. Messages, Purple Elephant team was created by Monk Null Wizard. Requests, roster, cool. So yeah, feel free to join. Obviously, it's 14 people, 15 people total, so 14 more people after me. I'm probably just going to invite the first people to join. I might, every once in a while, kick people, I'm not sure, but I'll probably just to start, invite. I will probably, to start, just let the first 14 people who send a request join. But yeah, so I'm going to take a look at this so far. I'm going to obviously take a look at the Engineer Paragon. That is one of the big changes they made, or one of the big additions. I sort of know what it is. From my understanding, what the Engineer Paragon does is it summons a bunch of like stronger sentries that then summon, I believe, Sentry Paragon sentries, or Sentry Champion sentries, rather. And yeah, so I definitely will try this out today. I'm not entirely sure what my plan is for today. I just want to generally check on the update. So honestly, let's start with Master Engineer. Actually, we can't start with Master Engineer. Actually, we can. I was gonna say we can't because we can't do it in the challenge editor, but there's always custom challenges. First, there's also this Adora skin, which I'm going to quickly buy because it's not that much, 2,500 monkey money. Looks pretty cool. I don't really like the John of Arc Adora skin. I don't think it's that cool looking, so this looks far, far cooler. So let's actually start with just a challenge editor game just to take a look at the Sentry Engineer, and then after that we will take a look at some, what are they called? Some of the tiles in the contested territories. Man, why is my memory not going so well today? I don't know. Okay, so we need Engineer, which obviously requires him to be added, and just let's restrict all piers, or all towers. Okay, let's just do standard, and let's do it on round, let's say 150. That looks like, no, that's way too high. Let's start at 100. Let's just take a look at this tower. I'm also going to change the end round to not 100. Let's do like 300 just to be safe. Okay, so let's take a look. What does the Engineer Paragon do? I have a lot of modifiers for this, don't I? Yes, I do. Give me a second. I need to quickly fix this. Yeah, reset you. Okay, awesome. That's pretty much it. Yes, there we go. Okay, let's take a look. Because I have not actually taken a look at this Engineer Paragon yet, so I will quickly take a look at him. First of all, I believe the cost it said was like 700,000. We can check real quick. So first of all, of course, with any Paragon, we need all 3 Tier 5 towers, which is pretty cool. Engineer Paragon obviously is going to be kind of interesting because it's the first support Paragon. I'm kind of curious what they're going to do with it. Why is there no... Okay, there we go. For a second, there was no Master Builder icon. Yeah, $702,000, so that's expensive. Like, if we compare that to the other Paragons, Dart Monkeys, $378, Boomer, $432, so yeah, they're pretty similar at about $400,000 each. I know Ninja's, like, pretty expensive. It's similar to that. Yeah, $648, so it's pretty similar to Engineer, and I think Buccaneer is also rather expensive. Yeah, about $600K. So, I mean, this definitely is the most expensive so far, but not by all that much compared to, like, Ninja and Buccaneer. Still, though, kind of expensive. Let's take a look at this thing. So, the action will create a Paragon Engineer Monkey. All other Engineer Monkeys will be destroyed. Okay. Let's take a look at this thing. So, it looks pretty cool. Honestly, I do think it's a very cool look. Master Builder, Monkey Engineering, developed to perfection. Create 3 Mega Sentries that can build their own sentries. Sounds pretty cool. Let's take a look. So, against the Baboon, it shoots a bunch of nails. Obviously, straight away, summons a lot of them. It's an ability. Will it not summon sentries on its own? No. Oh, that's cool. That's actually really good. Oh, okay, so this is very cool. I am just very distracted right now. So, first things first, I was correct. They do summon their own modified Sentry Paragon. Okay. Green Sentry Paragon. So, obviously, these are very similar to the Sentry Champions, if not identical. Probably a little different, but very similar. So, the Sentry Paragon, or not Sentry Paragon, Engineer Paragon, has an ability that summons a sentry, and you can place it wherever you want on the map, which is very cool. So you don't have to have them all in the same place, all around the engineer. That's very cool. I wasn't really expecting that. And I guess you can put them wherever. I'm not sure if you'll be able to move them once you place all 3, because I believe there are 3 total. So the first one here, obviously, Green Sentry Paragon. It's kind of like the Plasma Accelerator. Let's just turn on Auto Start real quick. Very cool indeed. Plasma Accelerator is honestly a very cool tower. Oh, okay, so that's cool. I guess that's using the, like, bottom path, tier 2, yeah, Pin. So Pin can stun, obviously, all balloons, I believe, including ceramics and under, just not more, so it might not include ceramics. But this is obviously much better. It's a very strong stun effect. We haven't really seen something like this yet with the Paragon. Like, we've seen, obviously, the Ninja Paragon, I believe it has the perma sabotage effect, but we haven't really seen a full-on stun like this. That's very cool. That's interesting. So actually, although the damage is good, but it's not like absurd for a Paragon. Obviously, that's a lot of money. So pretty good damage with just the spike straight up, but we actually look like we're struggling a bit against ceramics here. Okay, so this is like an anti-balloon that was not... Okay, I need to just slow this down for a second. Green Sentry Paragon, kind of like a Plasma Accelerator. Very cool indeed. It's a cool... Obviously, you have full map range, which is very awesome. Pretty good, especially since it seems like the Paragon, like, on its own struggles against ceramics a fair bit, which I guess the sentries are definitely designed to help for. Not a perfect placement on my part for this sentry, or for this Sentry Paragon, I guess. It feels weird saying this, like, there's the Engineer Paragon and then there's Sentry Paragons, which make a lot of sense. It's just, it feels weird because it sounds like they're 2 separate towers. So yeah, that's pretty cool, all things considered. It doesn't actually look like it's doing all that crazy damage. Like, if we look at the actual Paragon itself, it has some pretty insane DPS, plus the stunning. This first Paragon doesn't look like it's doing anything all that crazy, but I think the big thing with this Paragon is it's going to be, like, the group damage overall. Or not group damage, like, the overall damage, combined damage. Because obviously there's the 3 separate Paragons, or Paragon Sentries, and then all of the mini Paragon Sentries as well. So, pretty cool, honestly. I feel like I probably should put this red Sentry Paragon in range of the Engineer Paragon, because I'm pretty sure also, from what I've heard, does it I don't know why I placed a farm for this, but supposedly there's some degree of overclocking. I don't know if it's to itself, it's to its own sentries or other towers, I'm not quite sure. It doesn't look like it's doing anything to other towers. Let's put this one a bit closer in range. Over here, let's say. So that is in range of the actual Paragon. Blue Sentry Paragon, no full map range. So we have obviously our Paragon of our green Sentry Paragon over here, which is pretty cool. You can't sell them, by the way. For whatever reason, if I was selling or have selling turned off, that kind of sucks. But you can do that, so that's cool. Even so, which I believe is true with normal sentries as well. I can double check that real quick, but I believe that is the case. Yeah, you can sell. Actually, you can't. So that's kind of odd. So even with selling turned off, you actually can sell these sentries, even though you couldn't with the normal sentries. What about the tier 5? That's still the case, right? No. So I guess the tier 5, since selling's actually part of the DPS and the fact that they explode, which these do as well, you actually can't control it. So that's pretty cool. Do these have a bomb then? They do. So not only does selling it activate all the other smaller ones, but it also explodes all of them. And then you can replace them wherever you want. Once again, that's a really bad placement still. There's no like lock in place or targeting with the sentries. I'm assuming, or at least not with this sentry. I will take a look at the others real quick. Overall, honestly, very cool. I don't really have a lot else to say about this. I'm just going to quickly check out the others real quick. So this one, from what I could tell, was a sort of like anti-balloon turret. Yeah, it has like an anti-balloon projectile kind of thing. Pretty decent DPS, though it still doesn't look like they really compare all that much to the main tower, or the main Paragon, which I don't really know how I feel about that. Like, if you look at actual engineers, their main projectile is pretty weak. Obviously, the bond pack with double gun and pin works better for that, and deconstruction obviously exists as well. But overall, the sentries are the main focus of the engineer, and it's like what it summons and its abilities. So I don't really know what I feel about the main damage, or seemingly, if not the main damage, a good chunk of the damage is from just the attacks themselves. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I like the stun effect. It feels a little extreme, given that pin was the only stunning effect, but it's definitely kind of cool to see it. I do like that one of the sentries has infinite range. They do look rather different so far. Let's take a look at the final one real quick, in part because we're struggling a little bit. This one fires, is that missiles? Okay, let's move you over, let's explode you real quick, which again, really like the explosion. I'm willing to bet it does a fair bit of damage. Yeah, Blue Sentry Paragon, it looks like it's firing missiles. I can't quite tell what they are. They kind of look like Blue Morb Assassins, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, Blue Morb Assassins by the looks of things. I'm willing to bet it does extra morb damage. You can't actually target the normal ones, or not the normal ones, the other ones. Wait a sec. Okay, no, okay, I'm very confused for a second. I'm like, wait, I can't spawn multiple of them, can I? No. So you're limited to 3 of each, though obviously you can, I guess the abilities recharge on their own, and then you could use that then as the abilities almost like a mini nuke of some sort, because you have the sentry that already exists, and then you can place a new one and have them blow up, so that's pretty interesting. That is, because that way you wouldn't actually lose them on the sentry at all, which is very cool. It seems odd, honestly, that the sentries just, the main sentries just spawn with an ability. I don't really see any impact of overclocking. There might be, I haven't actually looked at the patch notes for this update yet. I might do that in a little bit. But yeah, I don't really see any impact of overclocking or anything like that, which isn't mandatory for the Paragon. It's kind of sad, given that it's a support Paragon. Currently, as far as I can tell, there doesn't seem to actually be any, support aspects, which kind of sucks. But I guess the stunning would be some support, but overall, nothing all that crazy. I mean, obviously, this is just first look at the Paragon. Pretty darn cool. I think it's very interesting. Definitely unique, very different from the original, from the base engineer and all of its upgrades, which is cool. But it kind of just feels like a super intense top path. Obviously, the helmet is from the middle path engineer. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I don't really know about this Paragon. I'm sure there's a lot of secret effects if I had to guess. But, for example, with other Paragons, it's not necessarily obvious what all they do. So I will definitely take a look at the patch notes in a little bit, because I'm sure I'm missing something. But currently it doesn't really look like there's any degree of, trap by any means. Obviously there's pin from bottom path, and I guess double gun since there's the main tower shooting. I believe that's 4 attacks. I believe it's 4, but I'm not quite sure. But there doesn't really seem to be any sort of, trap of any kind. It doesn't seem like there's really any overclocking going on, and it seems very one-sided in terms of Paragon strengths. Which is kind of disappointing, but I'm sure I'm missing something, so I definitely will take a look at the patch notes in a second. If it's important, I'll probably put it up on screen now. Okay, so I just quickly wanted to add this because I did mention that I'd add something real quick if I found any information reading the patch notes about the Engineer Paragon and the Sentry Paragons. So I did quickly find something out. Overall, it's nothing all that crazy. So basically, the only thing I messed is that the tower itself, the Sentry Paragon, not Sentry Paragon, the Engineer Paragon, not the Sentry Paragons. Every single round actually buffs itself with Overclock, I guess. It's a little weird, because obviously Paragon towers can't get buffs, and you can't see the buff because of that. But supposedly there's an attack speed boost every round, which, I mean, I guess is kind of similar to Overclock, like it's called Overclock buff, I guess, but honestly, there's not really anything all that serious. Overall, there's still no trap of any kind, and there isn't really an Overclock. He gets an attack speed upgrade every round, up until something. I'm assuming there's a limit, there might not be, but there's no actual buff icon, there's no effect, there's nothing, like, you can't see anything happening, and it only applies to himself, and then there's no trap. So honestly, I'm still kind of disappointed with this. I feel like it could have been a lot cooler, and it's really only the top half, or not the top half. Yes, the top half. It's really only the top half as far as I'm concerned, which kind of sucks. Still though, very cool, Paragon. Anyways, back to the rest of the video. Take a look real quick at the teams, the contested territory. Let's take a look. I don't actually know how it works with one player. I believe I can play though. So obviously there's leaderboards. Very cool. If it loads, yes. I'm sure I'm not going to be all that great at these. I'm pretty decent at this game, but I'm by no means that good. Very cool. There are actually rewards, which is interesting. So there's trophies with the new trophy store. You can actually get tier 5s for first place, both player and team, so that's cool. I guess players is top 25, which is probably pretty fair, because it's probably far easier to get number 1 team than top 25 players. Very cool, though, overall. I think that's very interesting. Nice that there's rewards again, another, obviously, basic thing. Very cool overall. Let's take a look, though. Let's actually get playing, because that's the most interesting part. In the team store, you can take a look at, I believe, some of the relics, I think. So, these look like they're just decorations. Crash Morb. A team of, crack monkey scientists have already combined this wreckage for useful tech. So now it just lies there as a warning to other balloons. Island slot. Contribute. So I'm curious, are these, like, decorations? I think they're decorations, because this is, like, this is the stuff that works for the icon. Very cool, though. I'm assuming some of these are, like, skins by the looks of it. I'm not entirely sure. Air slot, island slot. I'm not entirely sure what that is. If I had to guess, that's sort of like a decoration thing for your, for this island. So you can decorate it with some items you get from the trophy store, or this version of the trophy store, the team store. I think that's what it's called. But let's just start playing, honestly, because that is definitely, obviously, the best part. So I believe, if I remember correctly, there is some degree of, like, benefits to playing with a smaller team. If you have, like, let's say 5 people, you're not going to have significantly less, like, battles per day, or opportunities, because there is a limited number of turns, if I remember correctly. I have 4 tickets here. I guess I have 4, so I can attack 4 stages, or 4 islands, or whatever they're called, 4 tiles, I believe. I think that makes more sense of calling them tiles. So 4 tiles at once, which is certainly cool. But I believe you're still encouraged to have, obviously, close to the full team. So obviously 4 different teams here, so I believe I was correct. There is 60 players, or can be up to 60 players. These are the different tiles, so these are the relic ones over here, these are the banner ones, and the regular ones. Let's start with the relic tile, or with the normal tile, and we'll try to do one of each, I think. So chances are I'm getting matched with all new people, which means they're probably not that focused at this game, which is good, because that means I might have a chance. So I believe each one of these tiles has a, like, condition, which is either, like, least cost, fewest upgrades, fewest towers, and time. I believe those are the conditions. Let's just take a look at the first one. Least tiers, round 1 to 40, uncaptured. Least tiers use the fewest monkey up towers and upgrades possible to win the tile. Each monkey and hero placed and each upgrade counts as 1 tier. Paid tier upgrades also count as a tier. Interesting. Sell a monkey does not reduce the tier count. Okay, 4 tickets. So let's get started. I have no relics, no daily relics, or select relics. Okay, I guess that's different. No score yet. Awesome. Is there anything crazy for the rules here? Nope, that's pretty much it. Round 1 to 40. Let's take a look. So this does look pretty basic. Obviously, you want the fewest tiers possible, so there's going to be, I'm sure, a lot of strategy in this game. Given that there's only a couple tries per day, it seems kind of nice. There's not, like, a big rush to do it. And I believe if you don't use all of your turns in a single day, they move on to future day, like, or future teammates or whatever. So it's not like if you don't participate or if you miss a day, you're making your team have a lower chance of winning or reducing the chance of your team getting tiles and stuff like that, which is very cool. As for this map, for 40 rounds, fewest towers possible. I mean, Elite Sniper or Elite Defender is always a great choice. It's not necessarily a terrific map for it, but Sniper does a pretty good job, and honestly, you can probably pretty much solo this with the rushing and elite defender. I could be wrong. It's been a little while, but he's had quite a few buffs, the tower itself. And if we can beat round 1 when we have just a basics, like basically a 0-0-0 sniper, we're probably honestly pretty good. So let's see. If we lose this, that sucks. If this is boring, I'll mostly skip this ahead. So it looks like it's mostly basic games. I will say, although I'm sure this makes sense and it's probably simpler for the teams or whatever, how it's going to set up. And I haven't seen the relic tiles, so I'm hoping they're different. I'm going to be disappointed if it's just like 40, like if it's just like basic things. So 40 rounds, 60 rounds, 80 rounds. It is normal mode. I'm assuming there's going to be different things like alternate balloon rounds and half cash with some of them. But it would still be kind of disappointing if some rounds were just basic, like nothing really all that interesting happening with them. Just, here are your towers, here is the map, here are the rounds, and try to do it with this condition. It's still cool, and I think it's still going to be a lot of fun. But I do hope some of them are not, like, average rounds. So rounds 76 to 80, for example, like sort of like challenge rounds. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case. That might be the case later on, like what they did with Odysseys at first. At first, Odysseys were pretty much just 5 games or 3 games. Pretty normal, all things considered. But Odysseys definitely did end up getting more challenge-based, so there were more custom rules and stuff like that, and even custom rounds. So I'm willing to bet that stuff like that will definitely get added in the future. But this is really cool, honestly, just very cool. I will say, I'm looking at my recording right now, this has already been 20 minutes. I'm sure I've cut some of this out, but this is still kind of crazy. So what I will quickly do is I'll probably just skip ahead in case anything interesting happens. Because otherwise this is just a boring game, pretty basic strategy. Point reached. Okay, so I'm just coming back on round 20 real quick because that said checkpoint reached. So I'm not entirely sure what that means. Retry from round 20 costs my cash. Okay, so if I had to guess, that just means that at this point I can retry from like halfway through using some monkey money instead. Okay, interesting. I'm actually about to die here real quick, so I'm most likely dead. If I had to guess, yeah, I'm dead. Okay, no ticket used. Okay, so you only use the ticket if you end it. Okay, good to know. That's definitely good to know. So, yeah, let's just try this one more time. I do want to complete this real quick. I'm just probably going to do this off camera real quick. I think, honestly, what I might try to do instead is just go, like, spike balls. I don't know. I'm going to give this a shot real quick. I'll try to get in a low number of tiers, and I'll see you guys when I'm done. Okay, so we are about to finish this off. It's round 38. We're doing okay. We leaked a couple mana shield lives, and we lost our spikes at the back, but we're doing mostly okay. It looks like we're probably going to leak a little bit this round, but it's hard to say for sure. Obviously, we do have the bonus ceramic game, which ceramic's really not that big of an issue. It looks like, yeah, a little bit. So that was like 44 lives. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to buy something else. I'm going to turn our start off real quick. Because it's currently obviously round 39. We should be able to beat this round on its own, probably okay. I don't think we can beat round 40, so I'm really questioning right now, what is the cheapest thing I can buy that'll probably help me do this? I feel like the answer is probably an alchemist, like either Berserker Brew or something like that, but I'm not really sure. Actually, no. I feel like I'm going to play this out and see if we start struggling. If we do, I think I'm going to buy Spike Mines, because obviously this is based on tiers, so one more tier isn't that big of an issue, but placing just a single 0-0-0 tower is the exact same as buying Spike Mines, and we have the money to, so I think that's probably what I'm going to do, especially if we start to struggle, which it looks like we're about to. Are we good? We are not good. Let's do it. Okay, please tell me this is good enough. I think it should be. Spike Mines, pretty darn good. So we actually are still going to leak some lives, but we are alive, and that's what's important. I'm pretty sure this can beat round 40. If it can't, that sucks. I'll probably end up finishing this off camera, but I'm willing to bet this can, because Spike Mines is obviously, it's an expensive tower. It's like a 10, 15, or it's not 15. It's like an 11k, 12k tower. And there we go. Victory completed. So I believe what happens is we got some trophies, we got some rewards, we set our score, and if I review the map, what happens? That doesn't matter. That's talking with this. I'm being confused. But yeah, there we go. So I captured a tile. And a couple other teams by the looks of it did as well. That's cool. So supposedly there's actually going to be a total of 6 teams. I messed it up, so there actually are 90 players. I messed that up. So I guess these are, yeah, these tiles being captured by the looks of things. The clouds meaningless. I feel like the clouds is probably tiles being captured. I'm not entirely sure about that. I'm definitely probably going to do some more of this off camera. I will say, once again, if you guys, or not once again, for the first time really, if you guys do like the channel, if you want to join the team, if you guys play some Btd6, if you have Btd6, that'd be awesome. I believe there is also some changes with, like, co-op now. It's easier to join co-op games with people from your team. So if you guys are interested in obviously just joining the team to play some, to be part of the contested territories, but also potentially in future videos doing some co-op stuff, that'd be awesome. There's the team code. Feel free to join if you want to. I have no messages yet. Nope, nothing new. Okay, so yeah, I mean, overall, this is pretty cool. This is obviously a fairly big update. Contested Territory is a big new change. So that's really awesome. I do definitely plan on playing a fair bit of it in the near future. If you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a like. I don't know, it's been a while. Hopefully this video is pretty good, or at least okay. It's gonna probably take me a little while to get back into the energy and the feel of it. But yeah, hopefully this was pretty good. If it was, give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and feel free to leave a comment to say hi, give some suggestions, things like that. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you all tomorrow, and thank you for watching. Bye!